President Biden now. He will soon be forced to pay attention to Hunter Biden's trial on gun charges. That starts next Monday. Ahead of the trial, President Biden visited his daughter-in-law, Hallie Biden, over the weekend in Delaware. Hallie, who was married to Beau Biden and then was involved with Hunter Biden, is a witness in the case. The White House said this when asked earlier if the upcoming trial was discussed.
This was not about that. This was about literally the 9th anniversary of the passing of his son. That is upcoming in days.
Okay, so I think we all agree here you cannot tell an individual how to cope, when to cope, where to cope, and how to go about it. Obviously, right? Everyone agrees. Former press secretary to a Republican vice president, former right hand to a Democratic cabinet member. You both agree that this was potentially a misstep from the White House because when President Biden goes and visits someone, everyone knows.
That's right.
When someone goes to visit the president, you can kind of keep it secret.
For the most part.
For the most part.
I mean, look, I think fundamentally everything I know about this president is that he cares very deeply about his family. And that once you're in that family, you're in it. You don't just get removed from the fact that your spouse has passed away. I believe that he went there to share grief. I really do. That said, was it great optics? Absolutely not. I think this president, though, will do what he's going to do if he feels like it's the right move.
The thing is that, again, this is about optics. And if Hallie Biden had been summoned to the Rehoboth Beach House or the Wilmington Mansion or the White House, and she comes in, we're not going to find out about it for months until the visitor logs come out.
Nobody knows about it for a very long time.
No one knows about it.
And this happens you would think all the time. People come, you know this, in and out of the White House all the time.
And you know when you were a family member, the president, vice president, the secretary can't just pick up and come to the birthday party, or can't pick up. You can pick up the phone, but you can't just pack up and go anywhere quickly or easily. So
it was planned.
Despite normal, you can sometimes be, why don't you come see, we'd love to check in on you and see if you're okay.
Right.
This just looks bad. We wouldn't be talking about this if they'd handled it.
So they talk about optics. You think there's, but you think there's a legal aspect to this too?
Yeah, she's going to be a witness for the government.
Right. Next week.
By doing this visit,
the case starts next week.
By participating in this visit, it's going to come up at trial because the defense is going to raise it to make sure that in their cross-examination of Hallie, that the president. That conversation was all about grief and otherwise, because the government, I'm surprised that the government raises it to take the edge off. If this comes up, then they'll raise it with her. That is, was he trying to unduly influence a government witness merely by his conversation with her? I don't think, I take him at his word. I don't know the president personally, but I will say this, that the optics weren't good, and this could come up at trial, which just adds another unnecessary political layer to what Hunter Biden is going through.
To your point, Scott, this is not the trial that Joe Biden is involved in. This is the skeevy trial. This is the drugs, the sex, and the gun. The next one is where Joe Biden.
Are you talking about the Trump trial or the Hunter Biden trial?
Hunter Biden trial.
Oh, Hunter Biden
trial.
Remember that laptop thing?
Sorry.
And the foreign businesses that come up later.
Turned out that laptop, everything
He just put
was
himself
real.
into this.
Sorry, I got confused. Forgive me.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.